Greetings, folks, and welcome to Vinyl Therapy Sessions, the Emerald City Comic Con 2022 edition. I am your host, Coco Smooth, and well, I know ECCC took place not last week, but the week before, but my stuff only came in like over the weekend, and not even all of it. It was just the majority of it. Some of it still has to make it to me, and I guess I'm gonna have to share that separately, right? But I needed to get it out of my system, this video, because there was just things I needed to share, right, before I forget, and the hype of ECC just going away, right? So let's have at it. First, I wanted to share this lanyard that I bought. It was pretty gosh damn cool. All right, it was their exclusive lanyard, and you could see the Seattle Space Needle. Really cool color and everything, and this is a big wide, well, not big, but yeah, well, I guess big, wide lanyard. Yeah, I love it. The pattern, everything's cool. I love the vibe over it. Seattle, like, I really like it there. Like, if I was from Washington, Seattle, Washington, I'd be a proud Seattleite. That place is dope. I'd even rock all this, Seahawks gears and all that other stuff and Mariner stuff. They're the scheme of their team and everything. That city is just really dope. Kind of sad that they don't have the Sonics anymore, but still, the Mariners and the Seahawks, have a winning enough history. Kind of cool place, and the city's just dope. I'm a type of person that really loves the rain, and Seattle has a copious amount of that. I'll tell you that. It wasn't raining that much when I was there. It rained one day, but yeah. Another thing that I got after I finished the pen, something that I think you guys would like and appreciate, was this pin set. Gosh dang. Sorry about it, folks. This pin set. I wish I remembered who I bought this from, but man, this was great. I was like, wow. I noticed that a lot of people had a lot of flair on their gosh dang lanyard. So I was like, man, mine's is lacking. So I walked around and I saw this. I was like, okay, these are what's up. Fig pins were a really big thing over there. I got my buddies, a set that really wanted it. So I hope they're enjoying their fig pin exclusives from ECC. I didn't get any because I didn't want to open that. Another expensive can of worms. Pops was enough for me, but this set was kind of cool. Was really cool. $12 a pin. I was like, okay, sure. So I'll walk around with flair like this, custom flair. Like, I'm an 80s kid, obviously. Grew up in the 80s, even though I was born 70s, right? Robocop is one of my favorite characters ever, and Terminator is one of my favorite movies. Both these movies were pretty awesome, right? I love it. Okay, so yeah, got these pins, and yeah. If anybody knows who sells these pins, I guess I have to research it. Because I don't know. I was just so excited to see them. I picked them up and went back to work. Because I was working in ECC as an exhibitor, helping my buddy with his Funko Pop booth. Right. Let's see here. All right. Next up. So I also traveled to Everett. And I picked this up at Everett. My own Funko, custom made Funko. I was pretty excited about it. Of course, let me open it up for y'all so you guys can get a better look at this bad boy. All right. Here, give you better lighting too if I can. There you go. So I got the closest thing to being my icon that I can think of. I'm always wearing tank tops, cargo shorts, and slippers. If it had shades or lokes, I would have definitely had lokes on for my custom, but they didn't have any. They just had glasses, and the hairstyles were very limited, so I came up with the closest thing that they had. And since I have very long hair, I tried to pick the most masculine hair thing, long hair thing that I could find, and this was sadly the closest that I could get. So so yeah, forgive me. That's all I could do. And yeah, I got my own custom made Funko. $27. I'm going to cherish this forever. I'm hoping to get one from Hollywood at one point too, maybe with different gear on. But yeah, I got this one at Everett, and I'm pretty excited about it because Funkon. Oh my gosh, that's another thing, whole other can of worms. I'm going to explain later on. I thought that Funkon was going to be at ECCC. I did not realize that it was competing with ECCC. I was so excited because I thought they would have exclusives and everything, and I was like, wrong. But yeah, ECC's okay. Well, before that, I also picked this up at the Everett Funkon Funko headquarters. Right, I showed up there on a Wednesday, and this is what I saw on a Wednesday. Unicron, and he was so big, and I wanted it so that I can open it. I didn't want to get an SDCC one because I wanted to open this bad boy and display it along with the rest of my other 10-inch for displays. Yeah, why I would not wreck an SDCC exclusive when I could just wreck a shared exclusive, because SDCC stickers are definitely more, right? So yeah, I picked these two things up at the store at ECC. And shoot, I got a cup too, but I ended up giving it to my parents because I needed to bring them something. And the ECC tin cup was pretty dope. It was actually a gift to me by my buddy Ernesto. I love that guy. My ace when it comes to shopping. for anything, you know, we're you know, for mostly the nerd shit, right? Anyways, yeah, here's what I got at the headquarters at Funko, Funko headquarters over in Washington at Everett. I only bought these two things there because, man, the convention hasn't even begun yet, and I was like, man, I already dropped like $100 plus bucks, right? But yeah, here's the actual ECC exclusive that they sold. I was trying to get a soda, but logistically they didn't have any, so we're gonna have to get it at the website and pick it up ourselves at the website. But yeah, this is a glow in the dark one right here. Sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to find a good angle for y'all. But yeah, right here, this is pretty dope. I love this one. I picked this up because normally I don't, but ever since I got into picking up the San Diego stuff, which, by the way, I'm gonna do a whole other video on the toucans, right? I was like, oh man, so any convention that I go to that they actually have exclusives, convention exclusives based on their actual convention, I'm picking that up. It's my thing now. It's part of it. See, Emerald City Comic Con. Pretty cool stuff, right? Come on, guys. You guys got to respect this. Look, that's really dope. And it glows in the dark. Crusaderette's cool. Yeah, I was like, dude, I love this, and so it's become a new thing for me. I'm gonna raise this up for you guys so you guys could see better stuff. Yeah, see better. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. Tripod's kind of set up in a wrong a less optimal configuration. But yeah, I picked this bad boy up, and look at the bottom. The bottom says right here 2022, right? See it under Funko LLC 2022. So yeah, this is what I was pretty excited about. Got this one, this glow. Of course, I had to do a little bit of research and going, how many different kind of ECC exclusives that they did, right? And they did a couple. They did the Crusader, but I wasn't feeling the body. It was very old school, right? Like, I don't want the bare body. I think I'm gonna just get this one, the Crusaderette. This was, I believe, 2020's ECC, right? Limited to 1,500 pieces. I figured at some point this is going to pick up, because when they do enough ECCs and people start collecting enough of these exclusives, this is going to become a thing, right? And so look, right here, Funko LLC 2020. So yeah, during the beginning of the pandemic, right, ECC was canceled, which is sad because it traditionally starts in March, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it's late March or whatever, but yeah, the convention itself was kind of different because it was done out of season. So my buddy just told me that normally it's more flooded than it was. It was a little, while it was successful, it wasn't nearly as successful as it in years past, because the attendance was stronger back then. Again, usually because of the season. It's usually in March, so the next year it'll be in March again, right? Versus what it was this year, which was in August. I'm sure you're wondering, whoa, ECC was done? And the city kind of reflected it. Like, they didn't celebrate it nearly as hard as SDCC. I imagine that it would be more celebrated outside in normal, times. But yeah, it wasn't. It's like you couldn't tell that there was a convention going on from the outside like it is in SDCC, right? But either way, the vibe was better. And the pizza, the food was hella better in ECC, guys. I highly recommend going to ECC based just on the gosh dang food. All right, what else I picked up? I picked up Gigantomachia. Over there, I could not resist. I made sure to get the pop armor for it because, it's easier to transport safely with pop shield armor, right? See? You know what I'm saying? I was compelled to get this because specialty series, which basically says that it's not distributed regularly. These can only be found mostly in like comic book store kind of situations, I guess, logistically, as it was explained to me, right? Not anybody can just order a set of these. You kind of have to have a brick and mortar specialty store, if I remember correctly, right? And last but not least, as far as Funko is concerned, the one thing I was really looking forward to, other than the lemon head, which I completely missed out on, was this bad boy right here, Muichi Iro Tokito. This is with the actual sticker. This is the equivalent of the SDCC sticker. This is the Funkon sticker. I missed out on trying to. It was terrible. Me and my buddies were all trying to get this to order this through Funko, or the Funko site. It would have been the shared sticker anyway, but we tried to get ours from there, but it sold out so quick. It was a nightmare to order something. By the time that I was on the wait list online, it was already sold. Everything was already sold out. It was so absolutely frustrating. And yeah, no, I paid the scalper's price for this bad boy, but I felt compelled to. I didn't want to miss out on this like I missed out on gosh dang Enmu of SDCC exclusive. So I was like, yeah, this was going to be my prize, and I was very thankful that my buddy helped me to get this. I am forever grateful for the experience of working with my buddy Mike, Demon Mike. Great times. You and Morgan have definitely made my first ECC a very memorable experience. I know it's different. It's much different experience when you're a spectator versus a vendor, or working as a vendor. And man, I enjoyed my time. Of course, it was stressful because of some of the things that happened to us. All those things that just shouldn't, things that, life just doesn't work out the way things should, the troubles that we went through, interesting times. But I'm glad we all kind of made it through. Okay. All right. So next up, something that's a little bit different than normal. Okay. So everybody who knew me when I first started this channel knows that most of the stuff that I started with was, well, let's get to it. Really, comic books was like my main thing that I was showing off to begin with, and Pops had kind of like stolen the show, right? So one of the things I wanted to share was a slab that I did get. It came slightly around the time that I had started planning on going to ECC. I got this on the eBays, right? So I figured this would be a good time to share it too. This is AWA Erratic number 1. I had to pick this bad boy up because the cover was pretty sick. I love it. By John Boy Meyer. This is the Virgin variant, by exclusive 616. The thing is, these AWA comics, the guys who are in charge of this, they know people in the industry, and yeah, I figure that if there's anything to speculate on, this is one of the things that makes sense to speculate on, since this guy is very Spidey-esque. You know, this is what the regular cover looks like right here. And so I was, again, pretty excited that I was able to get this, right? Just figured I'd share that with you guys. And last, well, not last but not least, a couple of other things. Next up, this slab, I couldn't help it. I am a huge Rob Liefeld fan, and and a lot of the stuff that happened in the 90s kind of fan, really. Hang on. I know the lighting is so awkward, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, I got 9.8, profit 0. This was a mail-in back in the day. You had to mail in to get this book. And so I was able to get it at a decent price, right? Over at one of the people selling it over in ECCC. Couldn't resist. I was like, whoa, great deal. It's a rare book, and Prophet is going to be a comic, is going to be a thing, because Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm speculating on this, is going to be playing this character, and Jake Gyllenhaal, pretty well-known enough name in Hollywood, and I'm hoping that this project's successful, because I really like Prophet, and I hope that the movie does well. That way I'm speculating, right? Next thing that I'm speculating on too, and that was just a fan in general, TMNT micro series Raphael #1. I could not pick this book up, no matter how broke I was. I was like, the deal was too good. Had to get it. It was right in front of my face, because this is a great book to speculate on. It's the first appearance of Alopex in printing. Alopex being the white wolf, anthropomorphic white fox, girlfriend of Raphael in the IDW series. Really cool character. And yeah, when I saw this, I was just like, awesome. Yeah, couldn't pass this bad boy up, guys. Really could not. Anyone who knows anything about TMNT knows that this is one of those kind of low-key grails that are grail books, like key books, key issues. First appearance of Alopex. I'm never going to be able to get any of the real first appearance of the turtle, so I'm going to go pick up the first appearance of the satellite characters at some point, right? So yeah. Now that is it for this segment of Vinyl Therapy Sessions. I'm glad that you were here to watch my video on my experience at ECC, like a brief story. I wish I could go on for hours longer for the stuff that I had seen, but of course, you don't got that kind of time, folks. I'm glad that you guys were here to, sit through till this end of the video. So yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna show you a preview of the next things to come. I'm gonna do a whole other video on the SDCC stuff, right? So yeah, until next, just wetting your whistle, guys. So until next video, ciao.